More than 6 million dogs and cats are brought to animal shelters each year, where 2.7 million are euthanized. And yet there are 10,000 puppy mills in the US producing 400,000 dogs a year. Did that get your attention? Did it make you uncomfortable? Sad? Make you want to turn this video off? I understand that. But how will that change the fact that this is the sad truth for all animals in America? I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, only aware. I don't ask for your money or for your name on a petition. All I ask is for you to watch this video and listen to the facts, then decide how this will change you or not change you. You're probably asking though, what is this video even about? The purpose of this video is to try to get you to understand why it is so important for people to get their pets from animal shelters, rescue organizations, and most importantly, not from breeders. In other words, adopting and not buying your animals. So why should you get your pets from shelters or rescues and not from breeders? Well, let's start with why it is in all animals' interest. Anywhere from 3 to 6 million animals are euthanized yearly in the US. By getting your future pet from a shelter or rescue, you're saving them from euthanasia. Adopting from a shelter or rescue means you're giving an animal a better life with a family who loves them. And once you adopt them, a spot has opened up for another animal to be taken in from a worse situation and given the chance to find a home too. Too many animals are put down each year without being given a chance to live because of overpopulation and the amount of strays on the street. Not buying from a breeder means you're not supporting an industry that breeds cats, dogs, rabbits, etc. so much that now there are too many of them and not enough people willing to take them in and give them a home. Not buying from a breeder also means that you're not supporting an industry that thrives off the suffering of the animals that they sell. Approximately 2 to 4 million dogs bred in puppy mills are sold yearly to ignorant customers. Puppy mills make around 400,000 litters a year and sell them to pet stores through newspapers, online ads, and other discreet ways that protect them from being discovered. Irresponsible breeders never let customers come to their property and try to keep the way that they treat their animals as secret as possible. These types of breeders don't care about the well-being or health of their animals. Many breeders keep their dogs, cats, etc. in tightly packed small wire cages and rarely, if ever, let them out. They don't provide adequate sanitation, quality food, clean or even full water bowls, veterinary care and needed medicine, or anything else. The animals have a total lack of social interaction, both with humans and other animals. They are kept in unacceptable living conditions, often living in their own feces and urine with soaked and matted fur. They're sometimes found living outside in extreme heat or cold. They survive on the bare minimum, while living in sheer loneliness, sickness, pain, and despair. Breeders sell the puppies off usually too early before they acquire basic social skills, often sick, born of bad breeding from mothers that are usually sickly too. The mothers are also emotionally damaged and scared, all of which will be passed on to their children. And once the mother and father become unable to produce anymore, they can be killed, left to die, or abandoned. In every way, puppy mills are inhumane, selfish, abusive, and disgusting places who thrive off the pain and suffering of animals. No decent human wants this for their animals. Yet there are 10,000 puppy mills across the US selling millions of animals to unknowing consumers, selling hundreds of thousands to pet stores, thousands of which with government-issued licenses. These puppy mills sell 2 to 4 million animals each year, while 3 to 6 million are being euthanized yearly. In too many cases, breeding is done irresponsibly, and now the amount of domesticated animals living on the streets without shelter, starving, and fighting the elements all alone is in the millions. This mass amount of animals living on the street is in part due to irresponsible breeding, along with irresponsible owners who abandon their pets. Hopefully that convinced you that adopting pets is best for animals. Now let me convince you why it is also best for you. Adopting has many perks that potential owners don't realize. Many shelter animals are already trained. Animals can range from a baby to a senior, with a whole array of personalities, with one perfect for you. There are also many shelters with purebreds and a range of breeds, and also rescues that are breed specific. But don't turn away from mutts too quickly, because they are often healthier, more likely to live longer, and cost less in vet bills. The experience can also be incredible at shelters because there is staff to help you find the kind of pet you're looking for. Getting animals from shelters can also mean you often get a pet that is already spayed or neutered and even microchipped, meaning less vet bills for you and less possible puppies for them to worry about. Speaking of money, the cost of adopting from a shelter is significantly less than buying from a breeder or pet store. If you think getting an animal from a shelter will make you go mad, think again. Animals have been scientifically proven to help humans psychologically, emotionally, and physically. So having a pet can really benefit your health. Having a pet can fill you with a sense of purpose and make you feel less lonely and more fulfilled. Adopting can also make you feel proud about helping an animal in need, which you can later brag to your friends about and encourage them to do the same because of how great it is and how much it has done for you. At this point, I've explained why it's important to get pets from shelters and rescues and why you should get a pet from there too. But now I need to make a point. This is not meant to make you feel guilty about buying your beloved dog or cat from a breeder or pet store, because they are just as deserving of your love as shelter pets. But getting them from where they come from only supports those who would do them harm and continues the circle of abuse. So next time you think about getting a pet, go to a shelter, contact a rescue organization, and by all means, please don't buy a pet from an online ad, a dog auction, or broker, at a pet store, or from a breeder who will not let you see where they house their animals. And if you're adamant of not adopting from a shelter or from the wonderful alternatives of rescue groups all over the world, and if you insist on buying a pet from a breeder, be 100% sure that their animals are treated humanely and live in sanitary quarters with proper medical care. Refuse to pick up the animal anywhere but where the breeder keeps them. Check the reputation and credibility. Find out everything. In the end, it's your choice. But please don't forget this. Adopt a pet. It does far more than save one life.
Tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't